They give you what seems like a dream come true. But what are record labels? And what is a 360 deal? A label normally finances, markets, and distributes all of your music. But the 360 deal changes all of that. They take a cut out of every portion of your income. A sold out tour can leave you with nothing. You're no longer a partner, you're a branded asset.
Sorry,
You good?
take all that out.
You good? So who am I here with today?
You're here with Professor Jaron Porch. I am the recording studio manager and engineer. I'm also one of the teachers of recording arts, music technology, and any course that's dealing with music production and things like that.
Okay. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Could you expound on like what a record label is in your opinion?
All right, so basically a record label in these times is a entity that represents different artists, producers. It's a place that houses music for artists and things like that, and it basically facilitates everything when it comes to music production, creating different artists, writers, A&Rs. It's basically like a huge company that just basically produces music and basically facilitates those type of things.
Okay. As a up and coming artist or anyone who wants to seek a career in music, in the music industry, would you suggest that they take any type of deal with those record companies?
I don't like to discourage people. However, I always keep it real. At this particular day and age where we are, especially with technology, you honestly don't need a record label, and the deals that are being offered to artists and producers and stuff like that are not good deals at all. So I try to encourage my students to go independently and build your fan base from scratch. That allows you to recoup every dollar that you invest in yourself. So let's just say you have starting off maybe 1,000 fans, subscribers, or followers, however you want to say it, and you're selling your music. And let's just say you have one song right now, which they usually do singles right now. So you have a single and you sell it for $1, hypothetically. Well, if those 1,000 subscribers purchase your music, then you just made $1,000. If you sell it for $10, then it's $10,000. All that money comes back to you instead of you having to sit here and pay 50 million different people and you don't earn anything. I encourage my students to make sure while you're independent, get as much knowledge as you can, be your own engineer, be your own producer, be your own writer, marketing, do your own marketing. Like, these are things and tools that you get to learn in college to do that help enhance you as an artist or producer or engineer, to get your brand off the ground. If you decide to go with a record label will automatically do, well, they used to do all of that for you within your deal, but now with some of the deals now, they still make you go do your own marketing while they're still charging you for studio time, or they might hire certain producers that you might not want to work with. You don't have control over that once you sign to a record label. So staying independently allows you to move the way that you want to move freely. You don't have to worry about another person being your boss and telling you you can't release on this date or you can't do this music because they don't think people are going to like it. You stay independent, you run everything for yourself. And so I encourage you as a student to get as much knowledge as you can here while you're in college, and look at other people's failures, learn from their failures so that you know that you can't make this mistake. Don't think that because you're signed to a record label, you're gonna have the most lavish life and everything like that. It don't work like that. Once you sign to them, they give you an advance, you owe that money back, plus anything else that they pay for.
Gotcha.
So I encourage people to be independent.
Appreciate you for being here.
Yes.
I appreciate all this information you've been laying on us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, I got you.
Now, as far as pushback goes from these deals, I got some real hard and heavy hitters for y'all. People who changed the game. These two people have changed the game for the better, as far as making the decision to sign those contracts far easier to decline. The first artist I'll be bringing up is Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean used the strategic move, pulling the chair from these executives, using a visual album to fulfill his contract, then later on releasing his actual album, famously known as Blinded, as a free agent, being able to retain his ownership of his music. This move made these record labels so upset that they just had to tighten the leash on these contracts. And that goes for current artists and incoming artists.
So who am I here with?
Dylan, aka D Steve, man. Know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So we're gonna get your input on you as an artist and what you've been through so far. Can you give us any explanations on like any difficulties in your career?
Well, I'm gonna say just starting, it's kind of difficult because, like, you kind of get nervous, like say you first dropping a project, you kind of get nervous on like the opinions of others and like, is they gonna like it, is they gonna dislike it? But I feel like, you know, for me personally, I do it just for fun, you know what I'm saying? So whether people like it or dislike it, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna have people that like my music and it's gonna have people that don't like it. But, you know, I just do it mainly for therapy, and, you know, I feel like if it finds the right audience, you know, it just finds the right audience. But I don't necessarily do it just for people. I do it for therapy, and then, you know, some people, they kind of relate to it. So, you know, they rock. If they rock with me, they rock with me. If they don't, they don't.
Gotcha. Do you have any opinions on record labels or what they could provide for you?
Honestly, a record label is good, but at the same time, I feel like being independent and doing it independently is way better, because with record labels, you kind of owe them, you know, but if you do it independently, you know, you're independent, so you don't really owe nobody, you don't really have to answer to nobody in their agenda, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Have there been any setbacks in your way of rising up to where you want to be?
Yes. It's been times where, you know, I put out something and I feel like, you know, this it right here. You know, then it be a flop sometimes. But I feel like all of it comes with time. Maybe it's not the right time for it to be, you know, at the top right now. But in time, I'm gonna get there.
Gotcha. As an artist, would you take any type of deal from say it's not a 360 deal, but something like that gives you good benefits? Would you still take that offer from a artist standpoint?
If I could own everything that I do, and I just have to like, I guess like pay for them to push my stuff out, because you do really kind of need the machine that they have to push your music out. If I can own all my stuff though, and you know, just give them a percentage for pushing my stuff out, yeah, I do that. But other than that, I don't think I would.
Okay. Y'all, appreciate you for being on here.
Yes, sir.
Giving me your input.
For sure.
So then, appreciate you, bro. So.
All right, so the next artist I got for y'all is no one other than Prince. Now, Prince fought for decades, famously changing his name to break free from his contract and own his own work. Now, what name did he decide to change to? Try to pronounce that. You can't. Now, with that and many other actions, i.e. writing the word slave across his face to symbolize his position, Prince has become the icon for independence within the music industry, fighting for the rights for all artists to own their brand and music. Now, hopefully I taught y'all a little something through this video. Do not sign that contract. Now that check is gonna be big, and words so complicated you're gonna need to pay someone just to read it for you. This industry is merciless. Don't be the next victim. Be the next star on your own terms.